Hey everyone, thank you for joining us for our weekly thought of Dhamma. This week we'll be going through verse 50 of the Dhammapada, so with no further ado, let's get into it. Let none find fault with others. Let none see the omissions and commissions of others, but let one see one's own acts, done and undone. So with this short verse, the Buddha is asking us to see the common humanity of all beings. We, just like any other being who's existing right now, has faults, has good qualities and bad qualities, all mixed up together. But as beings, we tend to just look at their faults. We look for it, we complain about it, we try to change them. By doing that, we are exerting so much energy, so much time, that we leave so much undone with ourselves. We don't spend time reflecting and acknowledging our own faults, our own bad qualities, our bad, shadowy areas in our mind. All we do is just look and complain. We don't even want to help necessarily, not always. All we want to do is find faults, find things to blame others about. But that doesn't lead to peace, that doesn't lead to happiness. It just leads to exhaustion and anxiety. So all we're doing is breeding more discontent, more suffering for ourselves and others. And with that, we are not journeying further on our spiritual path. We just kind of stand still, just where we are, and don't progress any further. And with that, we don't see that we are truly suffering until we learn to let go and not worry so much about what others are doing, not worrying about so much what others have to say, but just to look within and see our own faults, our own blames, and acknowledge that we can do something about those. We can't necessarily always change others, not until we make an example of ourselves, seeing how we can change over time, that we can let go of our unwholesome habits of mind, that we can develop the wholesome. If we can change ourselves, if we can improve ourselves, then maybe we can help others as well. But not until then can we truly work on perfecting ourselves, perfecting others. Even if we are not perfect, or which I'm sure none of us will truly ever be perfect in a single lifetime, but to be able to admit that we have faults, to be able to admit that we're not perfect, that also inspires others as well. So until we learn to show some humility, to learn to accept some faults for our unwholesome habits, then why should anyone listen to us? Why should anyone acknowledge us? So until we're able to fully admit that we are blameful, that we have faults, then, and that we're willing to work on those and willing to change those, then it's all going to go nowhere. Just continuing, perpetuating that cycle of blaming and complaining and lack of peace and lack of quiet and less of progress on the path. So let's spend this week examining where we can continue to improve ourselves, how do we work with the things that we need to work on, and how we can work better with other people as well. So with that, I'll leave you, and I wish you all the best, and I'll see you all next week.